Previously on CritTalkers podcast presents Kingdom of Legacy.
In the flashback sequence on Monday, the 7th of May, we learned that Frey's blood was tested by Dara. Turns out he was the third individual the king had instructed Dara to find. The others being Uther and Stynexx. Back in the main storyline, Frey, Uther, and Stynexx ran for their lives while being chased through the docks. They encountered a dick-twisting fruit cart vendor and a large group of halfling dock workers on strike over Uther's disregard for safety procedures and management's failure to punish him. They managed to lose their pursuers thanks to some grease and hiding in Frey's starter shanty. We discovered in the flashback that Uther had agreed to help a lady named Stacy Bishop shut down the orphanage. The three parted ways. Frey settled in early with a lot to think about. Stynexx went to KSTT to see Blavid Dane about his necklace acting differently. Blavid promised to look into it for him. Uther went to visit Miss Bishop and informed her that he wasn't able to help her with the orphanage, but agreed not to mention it or turn it in. Uther was aware that snitches end up in ditches.
Welcome everyone to the CritTalkers podcast, where we talk a lot of crit but don't always back it up. I'm Jake, the GM.
Hey, I'm Britt, and I play Frey the Rogue.
I'm Shane, and I'm playing Uther Dukem, the Bard.
I'm Chris, and I play Stynexx the Artificer.
It's Monday, May the 7th, later in the same day that Frey's blood was tested. We open on the royal castle in Calnesia. It is massive and dominates the skyline. It is made of stone blocks the color of old blood and covered in protective runes. The back sits flush with part of the southern portion of the mile-high wall that encircles the kingdom. Rumor holds there is a doorway inside the castle that exits the kingdom through that wall, but I digress. The castle has a large gyroscopic device built into the base that thrums with power as it spins lazily. As we go inside, we notice the rusty red coloring of the blocks extends inside, but whereas on the outside the blocks look rough, here, the floors, walls, and ceilings look like finished concrete with a high glossy shine. There are continual flame lamps spaced evenly to keep the place well lit. The golden pipes covered in blue and red glowing runes ensure the bound elementals provide cold and hot water and air and do not escape. We climb up the stairs and go to the end of a long hallway. We see a heavy wooden door flanked by a pair of guards wielding halberds. They both stand rigidly at attention, resplendent in their shining plate mail covered by a brilliant tabard with the royal crest, a representation of the gyroscope that powers the royal castle. We hear muffled but raised angry voices from behind the door.
Get ready.
The door flies open. A human woman in her 30s with raven hair in a long black flowing dress belted in the middle strides quickly from the room, past the guards and down the hall, an angry scowl marring her otherwise perfect features. A tall, wiry, muscled, shirtless man with a goatee and long black hair pulled back in a ponytail rushes forward, stopping at the doorframe, arms down and fists clenched tightly at his sides. He is wearing loose jeans and looks to also be in his 30s.
Gwendolyn, get back here. We aren't through with this conversation. I'm the king. I don't have the luxury of choice.
Gwendolyn, the black-haired lady, turns on a dime with a warrior's grace. She raises a hand and points a finger angrily towards his face.
If that is all you have to say, Aaron, then I am done. The world is full of men convinced they're doing the right thing, and there is nothing more dangerous than a man who's sure he is never wrong.
Eric opens his mouth and then closes it. With a satisfied smirk, Gwendolyn turns and strides the rest of the way to her quarters down the hall. Leaving her husband gaping in the hallway, she turns back toward him once more. He can see the raw fury in her eyes, but for a moment, he sees something else pass through them so quickly, later he will convince himself he must have imagined it. Doubt? Fear? He isn't sure. His face softens as he takes a step forward and is about to speak when she slams the door with a loud boom. Now, let's get back to Frey, Uther, and Stynexx. After a night of restful sleep, it is now Friday, May the 18th. The trio meets up at the Anchor's End and then heads over to Kelpie's Pie Company for some food. After eating, they head over to Johnson's General Goods. Johnson's out there. He's got all of his stuff ready to go. It's packed precariously.
Ah, well.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Stynexx.
Hey, I'm Frey.
Oh, nice to meet you. Man, you guys are tall ones.
Tall and strong.
Sir Uther told us a little bit about what we'd be doing, so we're happy to work with you.
Well, hey, any friend of a knight's a friend of mine.
Can you tell us anything about what we're protecting here today?
Just my goods here up on the cart.
Yeah, anything about the goods, I mean.
Are they general goods?
They're general goods.
I figured from the sign on the side of your cart there.
Yeah, what did you say about a knight? Is there somebody else? Is there a knight that's going to join us or something?
Here.
So,
oh, you think he's a knight?
Please.
I mean, he's the sir, so.
Hey, everybody knows I got my name from the royal family.
Yeah, that's right. He is a knight. He's one of the best out there.
So he was knighted then. Okay, well, great.
Yep.
So can we, let's go ahead and get on the road here.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Where's our seats at?
Yeah, anything you say, Your Highness.
He looks around. There's room for one person up front, and everybody give me an intelligence check.
Shotgun. How about a shotgun check?
I got a 9.
Well, hey, royalty gets to sit where they want, so royalty should, pick where he wants to sit.
Okay, I'll just sit away from you.
Ooh, so 19 for intelligence check.
Okay. Stynexx?
I got a 19.
Okay. Sir Uther, he's feeling too regal and like he's going to take the front seat. The two of you guys notice that if you restacked his cart for him, there'd be room for both of you to fit in the back.
Hey, Johnson, check this out. I was going to move some of your stuff around. And it'll make room for us two in the back.
No way.
This guy's a genius. Trust me on this one. He's even been to college.
Yeah.
He's one of those educated
check this
people.
Out.
Plus, the more well-rested we are on the road, the harder we can fight if we do run into trouble.
You're welcome to try.
Yeah, so here, check this out.
You stack it all up really well. You use your artificer knowledge of spatial relations to get everything lined up, and he's like,
wow, you must be like a wizard or something.
Very close. You're not far off.
Oh, no, I wish, I wish I was like royalty or something like my friend up there, but,
Yes, don't we all?
Hey, you just do what you can do, You always be yourself.
All right.
That's the important thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Johnson, let's get the show on the road.
Let's load up, yeah. I'm jumping in my spot. Nope.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Do you have a company song, Johnson, like a jingle?
I mean, I've been working on a little something. It's kind of like Johnson General Goods. Is that anything?
Oh, like
we'll work on something on the way.
Johnson General Goods. Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah, something like that.
Johnson's General Goods. They'll get you what you need.
Yeah, let's just workshop it.
All right, well, hold on, everyone. My doggy's pretty quick. Yeah.
and he snaps the reins, and then the donkey goes,
It just very slowly starts to walk forward. A little bit faster than walking on foot.
We're off to the races now. See, you guys, didn't I tell you this would be much better than walking all the way up there?
You guys travel through one of the dock gates. You've got 2 guards standing there. They're mainly just checking traffic as it comes in. Once outside the walls of Kelpie's Landing, all traffic leaving the city is forced to one side of the road where they can continue to move swiftly. The other side is clogged with visitors waiting to enter the city. The side of the road with those entering is filled with market stalls, mostly made out of driftwood and trash, to attempt to persuade those visitors to part with some coin in exchange for souvenirs and fine cuisine the city is known for. By the smell, they would be much better off waiting until they make it inside. Traffic is light, and Johnson easily maneuvers the cart through the crowd. Once out in the open, we can see the massive fishing, salt harvesting, and material gathering operation sprawled out along the bay, stretching all the way to the present ever-mile-high wall surrounding the kingdom. Eventually, Johnson and his band of merry guards make it off the shoreline and into the forest. Let's check back in with them and see how the conversation's going. Surely they can't still be talking about jingles.
I've got an idea, Johnson.
Yeah?
Here we go. Johnson's gonna treat you right. Johnson's got a deal tonight. Johnson's got a deal for life.
He says,
I mean, that's pretty good, but I'm not open at night. I don't want to give my customers the wrong idea.
That would be the wrong idea. All right.
I'll pull out my drum and start drumming with him, you know. And then we'll eventually get the whole band.
Uther, from your pocket, you hear a meow.
Hey, there's plenty of room for all the instruments. I say, settle down. Your time will come.
Who are you talking to, Uther?
I'll keep drumming. It's my flute.
So, traveling for about half a day, and what did you guys come down on with the jingle for him? What you got?
Hit him up, Frey. Show him our latest rendition.
I say, Johnson, it's a good deal. Johnson, general good.
Yeah, sing it, brother, sing it. What'd you think, Johnson?
It doesn't rhyme. Isn't a jingle supposed to rhyme?
Well, what's the last thing you remember?
That it didn't rhyme? Oh, that's clever. Oh, yeah, I like that.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right.
And then they're going to be talking about it at work.
Yeah.
Did you hear that jingle that didn't rhyme? It ended with Johnson's General Goods instead of a rhyme.
We're going to disrupt the market with this jingle.
And it's upbeat. No minor keys in that thing.
And it's short.
you guys are so crazy.
Yeah.
As you guys are traveling along, you come around a bend. You've got, woods on either side of you in this forest. Well, in this forested area near the coast. The wood presses close to the trail, and there's a steep embankment and really dense thickets on either side of it. You see 2 dead horses sprawled about 50 feet out in front of you, and they're blocking the path. And Johnson says, "Whoa!" and he pulls his donkey up.
We may need to go investigate.
Looks a little suspicious.
Oh, man.
I'm glad you guys are here.
Okay. What you see up there, Sir Dukum?
Well, my intelligence is not quite high like yours, so why don't you come up here and look? I wouldn't be able to put 2 pieces together.
Okay. I pull out my crossbow.
I'm gonna sneak around the side of this wooded area and see if I see any spies or anything. I'm going in the bush.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, give me a stealth check. Give me a stealth check.
That is a 22 total.
Nothing appears to jump out at you.
I give a little signal whistle to my buds like, hey, move up. Do I need to do a perception or anything like that?
What's your passive perception?
Yeah. Apparently.
Is that? It's 10 plus your perception modifier.
Oh, holy shit. That is 17.
You have +7 to perception?
I do.
Jesus.
That's part of the advantage of being a rogue. I don't get any spells or anything, but I get some pretty sick bonuses to skills.
Oh, yeah, I guess you are a rogue. That's nice.
As you're creeping around there, you notice a smaller form that is like a brighter blue color with little webbed hands. You hear like a And that's a 19 to hit you.
Yeah, it hits. So this thing is in the brush with me?
Yes. There's 2 of them. The one that you saw, which didn't see you, and then the other one who you didn't see and who watched you go into the brush.
Am I right up on this thing? It hits me with melee or ranged?
No, it's about 15 feet away from you in a tree. And it hits you for 5 points of damage, which just hits your shielding. You see the little orange shimmer go away from you, and you don't feel that warm sunlight on your skin as you take those 5 damage. Everybody can roll initiative.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did we see where the arrow came from? Like, do we know what's going on?
Yeah, let's see where we all are right now. Are you guys back on the cart while I'm marching around here? It's up to Jake if you would see me get shot or hear me get shot or something.
I did hear that sound, that
And then a thunk.
I'd go,
Because I'm up at the front of the cart on foot by the royalty and the gnome.
Okay.
And I'm doing the, what's it called? The Jack Daniels pose or whatever.
Jack Daniels pose.
Is that who it is?
Captain Morgan pose.
Oh, Jack Daniels pose.
I'm doing the Jose Cuervo pose.
I'm doing the Grey Goose pose.
It's where you lay down in your bed for the rest of the night.
What does everybody go on?
Ooh, a natural
Ooh.
20
A natural 20 also.
for a 22.
For a 22.
10 for Frey.
I got a 20 non-natural.
So Uther, you go at the same time as these blue-skinned creatures. When the one shot Frey, 2 others jump out of the brush and start heading toward you and Stynexx and Johnson.
Oh, great gravy.
There were 2 on each side of the road, basically.
Yes,
Okay. 2 are now on the road, 2 are in the brush with me.
correct. They're about
All right.
20 feet away. So they look like goblins. They're the size of goblins, but they're blue, and you see they have gills that are undulating in and out, and they have little webbed hands. So Uther, what would you like to do?
I'm going to go meet them at where they're at then, if I can make it there and fight them with my longsword.
Yeah.
That way they're not too close to the cart and disturbing the donkey, and I'll swing two-handed like a baseball bat style.
As a longsword expert does.
A 19 to hit,
That will hit.
so that would be a 2 + 3 for 5 damage.
You run up, swing your sword, baseball bat style, two-handed, and he just reflexively puts an arm up to block. The blade catches him from the flat, but you hear this sickening, and he goes, "Whoa, you broke my arm." He drops his sword, and he's running around holding his arm. It's flopping around, which is apparently causing him more pain.
I mean, drops the sword.
Yeah. You almost killed him. Attack.
Take your other one, too. I'll say, Stynexx, I know you can get rid of these foes before they get to the goods.
Not my goods. Protect my goods.
Give them some inspiration to beat these things down to the ground. So that's a bardic inspiration.
Stynexx, you're up.
Because you're a bard, how did you put the inspiration on me?
My voice is magical, so it carries the magical properties.
Oh, you just like cast it.
I don't have to cast, you just have to be able to hear me. And you can do it through oratory, drums, dance.
He could wink at you, or
Yeah. Something like that.
he could flip you off. Yeah.
Whip my willy.
Blow you a kiss.
Okay. And what does that give me a bonus to?
You can get a D6 extra pretty much on any D20.
Yeah.
All right, so I skim you a little bit to the left on the path. Dulkum was kind of in the way. I'm trying to take a clear shot. Since I'm an artificer, I cast spells with tools. So I have some goggles that are like steampunk goggles, and they have a couple different lens colors depending on what kind of spell I'm casting. So when I throw down my red lens, the fellas know like that's some combat action going on. I moved over there and I threw down my red lens. I'm gonna cast Firebolt. So I pull out my fidget spinner and I pull out my flint stick, let loose a firebolt, shooting at one of those dudes. Comes flying off the fidget spinner.
There are different types of artificers. He comes from the Persian school of toys and trinkets. So his things are very trinket based and toys and things like that. There are other artificers that are like alchemists, or even there's some up in Nostal that work with computers. and steam.
Okay, I rolled a 19 plus 6, 25.
Oh, that hits.
Absolutely. You hit.
Okay.
Are you hitting the same one that Uther hit?
Excuse me, no, I'm trying a whole new one. 3 damage, just 3 damage.
You managed to scorch that one.
Scorch, he's dead.
He's just hurt a little bit. I forgot the goblins were supposed to go before Stynexx, so they'll go right after. The one that's flailing around with his arm, that guy just turns and runs. And the whole time he's saying, time out, time out, time out. So you can take an opportunity attack if you would like.
Gotta impress my new party and employer here, so yeah, I'll swing him down. Since the last one came so easily, I'm gonna do kind of like a joking move where I swing my longsword at him like I'm fencing him.
Jokingly?
Okay.
Yeah. And I rolled a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
It'll be 7 damage.
Yeah, that's dead. So how does that happen?
Yeah.
Well, when he runs away, I'll go, on guard, haha! And I'll just kind of like stick it out and poke him, like I'm just joking with him a little bit. And then my sword accidentally goes into him and he falls down. And I'm kind of, in the inside, I'm going, oh, God, I did not expect that to happen. But on the outside, I'm putting up a good facade of, haha, don't mess with us.
You jokingly poke his brains out? Okay. The other sea goblin's there. Just sees the sword poke through him as you're laughing. Sees the blood pour out of his mouth as he falls to the ground. And he says, Thomas, my love, I'll kill you for that.
Oh.
He acts as if to move toward you to attack. And then you see him think better of it. He pulls his bow out and he shoots you from about 10 feet away, or tries to shoot you.
Oh.
That is a...
Thomas, my love. They're in love.
That is 12 to hit.
Oh, missed me. I got a 13.
Okay, yep. So he misses. Then there's 2 in the woods, and you hear them go, Thomas, my love is dead. Get that one. And they point at Frey.
Are you guys in like a group love marriage or?
I think we interrupted something, guys.
Yeah, I don't.
They exchange a look, and they're, it's complicated.
It's complicated. It sounds complicated.
Die! The one guy that's on the ground gets up, shoots a bow at you. The other one comes running at you with a scimitar. Frey, armor class of 14.
Oh, that misses.
And armor class of 15.
That hits.
You do take a scimitar swing from the one who closes with you.
So the one closes and the other one's still at bow range.
Yeah, that's 5 damage.
Damn.
And that is Frey's turn.
Hey, there's 2 guys in here. I'll just try to smack him with my short sword. That is oh god. That's a 8 to hit.
You miss.
Fuck, great. Okay, well that's all I can really do.
Vernon, my love. This one sucks over here. Let's kill him.
I don't suck.
You suck.
Just having an off day.
Uther, you're up.
I'm gonna rush over to Frey.
Uther, you can pinpoint where Frey is based on the yells that you've heard.
All right, I'm gonna run in that direction, and once I come across him, I'd like to cast Healing Word.
You do come across him,
which is a bonus action, and it will heal max 7 HPs.
Nice.
Does that go into temp?
No.
No, it won't bring back temp.
All right. Well, I am at max again, or my regular ass hit points.
I'll tell this guy, I'll take you down like I took down my love Trevor. And then I'll fence him. Fence him with my longsword.
One of the 2 says, it was Thomas. I'm Trevor, my love. You're a liar.
I thought Trevor was back that way.
No, that was Thomas.
I love Trevor. I rolled a 14 to hit.
That hits.
A 7 damage.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
So while I'm stabbing this guy, I'm having a conversation with Trevor. Sorry, I thought Trevor was back there.
Oh, God, you're a monster.
Sorry, my love, Trevor.
How did you kill that last guy?
fenced him again, but jokingly, while having a conversation with the other one.
Joe.
Yeah.
This is all a big joke.
Stynexx, you're up.
All right.
He says, "Don't try any of that fancy wizard shit with me. I'm just after the goods." And Johnson behind you.
Not my goods. No, protect my goods.
"We're gonna get those goods."
Okay. Hey, don't worry there, fish face. I won't do nothing.
"Oh, good. I was a fireball."
9 plus 6, 15.
That hits.
7 points of damage.
That kills another one.
Yeah, and I loosed it. It spun. It was just like the cartoons. It went right down. Boom, it hit him in his feet. And he just turned to ash from the feet up in the matter of like a second. And then he just dropped to a little pile of black ash right where he stood. You see there's one left?
Yeah. He hears the scream and he says, "Burning, my love, are you okay?"
No, he's a pile of ash.
And now it's that guy's turn. He throws his weapons down and he runs off in the woods. He says, "You guys fucking suck." And he hides. Frey would get an opportunity attack on him because he's not disengaging. He's using hide as his bonus action for his escape.
Okay, I try to whack him with my short sword. That is a 17 to hit.
And though you get sneak attack because Uther's beside you.
Okay, that is a total 11 damage with sneak attack.
Yes.
Ooh.
How did you absolutely murder this poor sea goblin?
As he turns and runs, I say, "Hey, come back here." And I kind of swipe my sword at him, and I just clip his entire left shoulder off, and he bleeds out as he tries to run away.
Yeah.
I don't think he can come back now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, geez, Louise, this thing's sharp.
Well, I guess we better go back.
Yeah, let's clear these horses off the road and these poor horses. And
Hey, let's grab these weapons and see if these guys got anything.
oh, sure, yeah, maybe we can throw them in the back and sell them for something.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I mean, they're kind of cruddy.
Yeah, they're goblin-made weapons, so they're not.
Yeah, people don't pay much for these types of things, but throw them in the back and, well,
They got a few copper between them.
Copper pieces.
1 silver, I'll say, and like 3 copper.
1 silver
Nice.
between.
And Jake, just to give us some context, the sea goblins are like, they're not a part of any bigger conspiracy as far as we're aware. They're just kind of like
They're just like a minor nuisance, and it's why Johnson
a nuisance,
probably,
but could be deadly.
yes, but it's why Johnson probably wanted you guys with him. They're not worth the time of like adventurers, but
They kept saying my love to each other. You think they actually, like base dock?
Practice what they preach.
Yeah.
Johnson stands up on his seat and he throws his arms up over his head like victoriously, and he's like,
You guys must really love my goods.
Hell yeah, Johnson. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I guess if that's your main takeaway.
We did it all for the goods.
"You guys stop and have your beans, your coffee beans and your beans to eat."
Just beans on beans.
Beans when you drink and beans when you eat.
Guys, you're not going to want to sleep in my tent tonight.
We do a chant when we're eating, going, Johnson's General Goods. Johnson's General Goods.
Got great deals. They've got great meals.
Why do we keep saying meals? Meals can't be the only thing that rhymes with deals.
They've got great beans.
Johnson's General Goods.
I was thinking meals for beans, but we could say they've got good.
No, he does have beans, that's for sure.
They've got good deals. They've got good beans. Johnson's General Goods.
Wait, does he sell his beans? I guess he sells beans. He should make them. He's like a gut truck. He sells goods. He sells eye drops. He sells cough drops. He sells like lip fracking balm, bean pies.
Say beans, good. Deals, better. Johnson's General Good.
That's the best one yet.
Get your bean pie. Yeah, you need to start selling these bean pies, bro. These are pretty good.
You spice them with some cumin, some savory spices. People be coming from miles around for some fried pies.
You could sell your goods and then a couple bean pies on the side. People are hungry when they're shopping. They kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
And when they're traveling, you can make travel stores.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I could do that, huh?
You know, you'd have to spend a pretty dime on security, you know, because you'd be operating remotely, but I think you
You could have a food truck.
And we can call you the Beano truck.
Oh, yeah, then you have a subsequent market for Beano.
Okay, well, we'll invent it.
Yeah, well, yes,
There you go.
guys, I like
you
this.
just created another market for yourself.
So you sell bean pies and then sell anti-gas medication.
Yeah, so we create a need and then we fill that need with another product.
There you go.
Genius.
And then
You know how it is.
your anti-gas products should have a side effect. So then, and so on and so forth.
And then the pharmaceutical company was born.
We just invented food trucks, pharmaceutical companies, corruption, all that stuff.
There's a pharmaceutical hedge fund already, which I'm sure you could probably have guessed.
They would shut him down.
They're going to clamp down on Johnson. Okay.
Yeah, at least on, any...
He's going to need a partner with another Johnson.
Oh.
We're not FDA approved.
A bigger Johnson. Johnson and bigger Johnson. The rest of the day goes without incident. And the next day you get up, you're only like a couple of hours from Gulch's Rest, you pull into town.
Welcome to Gulch's Rest, everyone. It sits nestled next to the coastline with a freshwater stream running through the area originating from the nearby woods. The Old Nameless Fort was originally used as a place to rest in safety and comfort for those traveling between the province's 2 largest cities, Kelpie's Landing and Frog's Gulch. A noble family from a local town bought the old fort and converted it into a vacation resort, the Ocean's Breeze. The small village outside the walls of the resort quickly grew to become a bustling resort town due to the patronage of wealthy tourists coming to stay at the resort and take advantage of the plethora of activities offered. The new resort owner, an enterprising older Aarakocra anthropomorphized birdman named Jihm Buffay, put an emphasis on security. The guards are evidence of this and stand out thanks to their blue uniforms with a high collar giving them an air of sophistication. The buildings outside of the walled resort are well kept, but simple affairs mostly made of wood. The open-air market outside the walls is a huge draw for tourists, consisting of a haphazard arrangement of vendor stalls selling all manner of items. The delicious smell of fresh fruit permeates the air. Frey, Uther, and Stynexx approach the resort, the guards nodding at them as they pass through the gate to meet up with Jihm. The guards, they just kind of nod at you guys as you walk in. You immediately notice a difference once you get past the wall. Everything's a lot cleaner.
Fancy.
You head on up to the resort, and as you enter, you see a flustered woman around 30 years old. She's trying to dig into her purse for a key. She has light complexion with pleasant features. Currently, there's a screaming child on a hip.
Right.
There's another small child that's about 5, tugging on her long skirt. Mom, I want to go to the beach. And she's like, no, honey, in a minute. Let mommy get the key. She drops the key as she's like fishing for it.
Oh, excuse me. Allow me to help you. I'm going to pick up the keys for her.
Oh, thank you.
And
That's
Great. So our mission is to take this kid to a beach.
I'm good with kids, and I do a little magic trick too. Since the kid's whiny, I make him disappear, and then I pull him out of his ear. Hey, look at where'd the keys go? Look at that. It was in your ear the whole time.
Why don't you give me a dexterity check? Let's see how well that goes.
You better not fail this thing.
You mean sleight of hand, right?
Yes, I do mean sleight of hand.
Oh, thank goodness. That's a 14 plus 8, my friend. 22.
And
Wow.
rogues and their skill checks.
I'm amazed.
Absolutely, yeah. They're mystified. The kid stops crying. She looks very grateful.
Here you go.
And she says, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Like, it's just, it's really hard to be a single mother.
There you go.
And she boots on in.
If this was real life, the kid would keep crying until he did it again.
Well, okay. No.
No.
Roll again. Roll again.
Please don't. Please don't.
No realistic children in this.
We're not going to do that. They go in. She closes the door. As you guys walk past that room,
like in the middle. The room that you're going to, it's a set of double doors in the corner, is where Jihm Buffay, where he stays. So you guys walk up and you knock, and Jihm throws open both the doors. He's a tall, skinny Aarakocra. He's like a crane man. He's got scraggly hair in the back. Ah, Stynexx. Glad to see ya. Come on in. And he turns around and starts walking in.
Hey, what's going on, Jihm? Start following him in.
Yeah, you walk with him past a bathroom, closet, into a large sweeping room with a large Arcano television setting off to one side of the wall. There's a nice long white couch, a few other large white chairs, and a small but well-stocked bar against the back wall. She immediately walks over to. Either side of the bar, there are stairs that lead up, out of view, and there's a gorgeous view of the ocean, out a set of sliding glass doors. Like, can I get you boys anything?
Take one of the oceanside ales if you got one.
Yeah, I think I can accommodate that. And he goes around behind, and you hear door open and pulls a bottle out, and you're...
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll be fine with that too.
I'll take your driest wine that you got.
Driest? You know, this is a vacation resort, right? How dry are we talking?
Dry as you got, like the sand.
I mean, I got a wine that I got off a guy. This wine will make your tongue as dry as the desert. Is that what you're looking after?
Let's give that one a shot.
All right.
I am ready.
No accounting for taste, hey, Uther.
He pulls out a bottle. When he pulls the cork out, it just kind of goes...
Like a dust noise.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Little cloud of dust comes out. He pours the wine. He brings over your guys' bottles and hands them to you. Holds his out to clink with you.
Hey, cheers, Jihm.
Cheers.
Hey, Jihm, these are the boys I was telling you about. This is my boy Frey, and this is our buddy Sir Dukem from the docks.
How's it hanging, bud? Good to meet you.
Oh, man.
This wine's really dry.
Do you have some water?
Hey, pal.
Maybe a chaser.
I told you.
You got a glass of water?
You're the one that wanted to drink it.
Right.
Yeah, I got you. He goes over and he gets some water, hands it over to you.
Man, that's some good stuff, though.
You're just going to mix that together, Uther?
I'm going to chase my wine with some water.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you boys want to get down to business or...
No, I figure we could just fart around for 15, 20 minutes.
All right. Then he sits down on the couch and puts his feet up and...
I'm just joshing. Yeah, let's get down to business. Hey, you roll with the punches, Jihm. I like it.
I'm going to hold my wine glass up and flick the edge of it with my finger and make that pinging sound.
I can't help but notice, but there's a little sand floating down from inside here. Is that supposed to happen?
I mean, I'm sure I don't know. That's the first time anybody ever wanted to drink that. So...
Okay, well, it sure is good.
Got it off a guy, swears that he met like a genie, like an Efreet type. He swindled it off of him somehow.
Ooh, swindled.
Those are just the tannins. I'm no connoisseur, but I believe they're the tannins.
I'll take another drink.
And then we can get down to business whenever you want.
This guy's a real joker. Where'd you find this guy, Stynexx?
Well, you know, some of them dock workers, well, there's a different breed down there. He's good to go. I'm looking forward to working for you, Jihm. Sir Dukem here and my boy Frey.
All right, yeah, so this goes well. You know, I'll put a little something in your guys' pocket, like we talked about. I'll also, I got a friend down at Dara.
Okay.
That's the place we signed up for, isn't it?
Yeah, nice, because we've had our applications in for a while and haven't heard anything back, trying to wonder about if we'd ever get picked up for that.
We've got good motivation to make money fast, Jihm.
All right, that's what I like to hear, boys.
Orphanage is running into a little bit of trouble. So me and Frey are talking about, trying to figure out some ways to help them out and make it so they don't have to close the doors. This is perfect for us.
And I'm trying to retire soon, so the more money I can make, the better.
I'll slam the rest of my wine and immediately regret it. And I'll try to talk, but I can't because there's just like dust coming out of my mouth. So I'll just sit back and
off.
Bite my tongue. Yes, I can't even cough. It's so dry.
He does that bird thing, like he gives you some side eye. So it's gonna be up. Nah, you know what? Whatever. Yeah, boys. So I've got this. I'm watching this thing
for a buddy. And I tell you, there's been a problem. It's a collection of sorts. It's in a kind of like a shard realm. I don't know if you guys are familiar, heard about anything like that.
I know about shards, but not really a shard realm.
Yeah, so
I whispered to Stynexx, did he say shart realm? Not sure I want to.
Oh, you silly goose. Those magic shards. It's a good one, though.
So I was outside on the deck watching the ocean and having a Mai Tai. I got an alert that it was activating. I'm the only one here that has access, so I went to check it out. It wasn't opening, but the damn thing was going nuts, throwing off all kinds of lights and sounds. I rushed over to it to try to get it to calm down. Right after I got it open, bam! Something hit me in the back of the head so hard it even made my beak hurt. I tried to spin around to get a good look at whatever walloped me. All I saw was a blurry hooded figure standing over me as I blacked out. And then I woke up and, the shard realm was still open. This guy was gone.
Dang.
I walked in and some items from this collection were just gone.
Do you have descriptions of said items?
Yeah, so, not exactly things that somebody would want anybody to know that they had. He hands you this scrap of paper that he's scrawled on, and there's a list. Something called a myopia badger, a hypnotic toad, a flying monkey, just the word weird crab, weird rat, strangling crab, a war ostrich, and a mated pair of weird winged insects.
Did you say strangling crab, like being strangled?
Yeah, I'm gonna strangle you. Yeah, like a strangling crab.
Like old school Andre the Giant choke you and pick you up.
Yeah, but only with one. They have what's called a whip claw.
Okay.
They strangle cats and
oh no, those poor cats.
Oh, you a cat guy? You know what? You look like a cat guy.
You know those cat guys like wine.
I believe that.
Yeah, take that as a compliment, Uther.
I always do. Thank you.
Are we to understand that these are living creatures?
Yeah, for sure. Living creatures.
Oh, man.
There might be a few others. You know what? When you guys go out and you're looking, anything weird, any weird creatures you come across, you probably just be safe and bring them on back this way. I'm not that familiar with the whole collection, so I could have missed some.
Any weird creatures? Okay, it's kind of a wide net.
Yeah, I've heard some things already, and it doesn't sound great, guys. So probably the quicker that you guys are able to.
Am I to understand also that we gotta catch them all?
What?
Gotta catch them all?
I sure hope they're not evolved yet.
I mean, they're not pocket monsters or nothing. I mean, they're...
Oh, they won't fit in our box.
Well, some of them are pretty big.
So they're just around the city somewhere? We just gotta find them?
Probably, yeah.
Probably?
They're not very subtle, so wherever they've gotten off to, there's probably some things going on.
Oh, man.
Do we have any means or tools with which to subdue these creatures? Especially the large ones you referenced?
I mean, you guys got weapons, right? You can knock them out, right? I mean, that's one thing.
Okay, you want us to harm the animals?
Well, no, I mean, not kill them, but if you gotta knock them out, then it's that strangling crab's absolutely gonna try to strangle you.
Yeah, I was hoping.
Try to get it.
I'm worried about that one. I was hoping we'd have some small magic balls they might be transported in.
Oh no,
no luck. Okay.
So we got to get everything alive, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to get a bunch of bags and some nets or some harnesses for some of the larger creatures. Man.
Yeah, some cages or something at the very least.
All right. Well, then let's head on out of here. If we got all these little weird creatures all over the town causing havoc, maybe. Let's get on it.
Again, I can't stress this enough. They're not all little.
Yeah, well, whatever we got to run into. So we got to first go to a shop and get some nets and bags and I don't know, maybe some weird harnesses. Do you know which ones are large? So we can kind of figure out something maybe to get for it.
I mean, well, the war ostrich is rideable.
Well, okay.
West Odradian sometimes, they used to ride them all the time before the arcane engines came out and they started building cars and whatnot. They still have some of them down there.
Okay. Hey, fellas, let's get out of here and go.
Let's go. Let's go stop and get a stack of nets. I'm sure they sell them by the bundle.
They sell them by the stack.
Actually, he will give you some nets.
Okay, some nets.
Yeah, you can say you have enough nets. You also have some little containers.
We've got enough nets. That's what I wrote down.
He could use these containers. You can get them in these. They either have to be preoccupied or unconscious because if they can fight, it won't work out. So
Okay.
oh, and take this. He throws this hood to you. It looks like the hoods that they put on falcons, so they're docile. Put those hoods over their eyes so they can't see anything.
Yeah.
Maybe.
A tight leather hood.
Yes.
He gives you one of those, only it's like ostrich head sized. If you can get this on him, then he'll be pretty docile after that.
We'll have to wear this when we sneak up on him.
Yeah, you do that.
I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend that.
I don't think that's what it's for there, Frey.
Okay.
We have nets and containers and an ostrich hood. Now we just got to go out in town and start walking around. Or find groups of people that are, everybody's exclaiming and freaking out and running.
I mean, I don't know how you're going to go about it. You could, you're welcome to look in the Shard Realm if you want.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
The areas where they were kept or whatever.
Yeah.
If you guys want to go take a look.
Let's check out this Shard Realm. I ain't never been in a Shard Realm.
Okay, but if you're going to go in there, I'm going to stress to you, if you hear whispering, try not to pay attention or listen too hard.
Okay.
That's mysterious, but I'll trust you. What happens if we do listen a little too hard?
You want to come back out, right? You do want to come back out. Like, you don't want to be in there trapped forever, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see how nice it is.
Hey, I wouldn't say that in there. I'm not telling you what to do, but I would not say that.
Okay.
Good advice. All right.
We got to make sure, fellas, we don't be whispering at each other because we're not going to be paying attention to none of that nonsense.
Speak loudly. Enunciate. Got it. Let's check it out.
All right. Well, I say let's get in there.
You need another glass of water there, Uther?
Yes, please. I might help before I go in there just to make sure I'm not whispering.
All right. He pours a glass of water and he has this little vial that he gets out of his cold box, unscrews it, and it's like this brilliant blue liquid. And he just drops one drop into that regular glass of water, and the whole thing turns like crystal clear and a little bit of ice on the outside of the glass, and he hands it to you.
Ooh, looks like a glacier. I've only seen these in books. I'll take a sip without hesitation.
Your throat immediately starts to feel better.
What you got there, Jihm? What's that little tincture?
If you're, you're dehydrated or whatnot, or just you're really parched, that'll pick you up, guaranteed.
Got to keep a bottle of that handy.
Wonderful. All right. Yes, I like this.
So I got to tell you, though, also time kind of works differently in that other realm. So if you do decide to go in there, you could probably get some information that'll help you. Things might get a little worse in the town while you're gone. So it's kind of like a opportunity cost. If you guys, follow economics, you know what I'm saying.
Maybe it's not worth going in there.
I'm all for finishing the job as quickly as possible so we can get the moolah, if you know what I mean. So, what do you guys think?
Let's just hit the ground running.
Let's just hit the town.
Yeah.
Back in my City Watch days, we didn't bother with investigation. We just went out and did it.
Started cracking skulls.
Yeah, and it worked then. I think it's going to work today.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to stop you right there, though, because you can't just be cracking skulls in the city. The guards will get upset about that.
It's just an expression.
A figure of speech, Jihm.
All right.
We've progressed since those days.
All right.
Thanks for the arrow. Let's hit it.
He has like some weird like humming. It's like a dodecahedron that's like buzzing. Are you sure I can open this up and let you guys go in right now?
I think you sufficiently talked us out of it.
I think my boots are laced up. I'm ready to get going.
All right. You know what?
Okay.
I cannot blame you guys. I don't know if I'd want to go in there myself if I didn't have to.
No, I'm kind of interested. I want to go in there and check that out. But hey,
let's go in after we get everything.
Yeah, right out the door here. And
if you had some offerings for the Shard Realm, that might go a little better for you. Maybe after the fact. All right. Well, best of luck, boys.
All right. Well, let's get to going. Let's go find some commotion.
All right. Well, thanks, Jihm. Thanks. I appreciate you a lot, Jihm. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Start walking around, asking people.
Okay, let me make a roll here. So as you guys are walking around, you walk over near those haphazard market stalls that are set up, and you hear a guy. I swear it looked like a strange bird just stole some of my bananas from my stand and then flew off into the woods. And he's like scratching his head.
Did it look like a monkey?
Huh.
As I'm holding my paper.
I mean, the monkeys have wings?
Did it say like ooh 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 ah?
No, I just got I kind of heard a whoosh.
Whoosh.
Yeah, like a whoosh sound.
You know what? I think that's all we need. All right, we'll go check it out. Thank you.
Sounds like a monkey to me. Hey, do you have any a spare banana you'd mind lending us so we can catch this fiend?
Great.
Oh, well, leans on his card. He's like, well, you should ask. We got a surplus, and bananas are half price today. You like to buy a bunch?
You don't feel like donating to a good cause, the peace of your community, so we can apprehend this thief?
Just look, one weird banana stealing bird.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check, Frey.
And I'll tell you what, if you don't give us the banana, the chance of that flying bird coming back and getting another one is definitely higher.
It's an 18 plus 0, 18.
All right, well, okay, yeah, I've got some green bananas over here that aren't ready to sell yet anyways.
Those are the best kind. Anybody that says different is a heretic.
You are a strange, weird little man.
Thank you.
Let's go get this thing. Right, hey, thanks. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, don't appreciate me. Just go get it.
Going to.
No, I'm not, because you told me what to do.
A little aggressive? Okay.
All right, we head off.
It's like, we went off that way, and he points off into the trees.
I'm going to go that way.
And with that, Frey, Uther, and Stynexx head into the woods looking for a flying monkey. But you'll have to wait until next week to find out how that turned out. Bye, everyone.